Okay, so this device is called the Node MCU. I'm going to take it out. Okay, this device is used as a Wi-Fi router. You can install the driver and then use it to install some small programs essentially, and then this particular Wi-Fi router can be used to do jamming of signal and small Wi-Fi projects that you might have. Okay, so this Node MCU is bought from Amazon, not from Amazon, from Alibaba.com, and this is really cheap. It's not very expensive, $2 to $3, and this thing has a reset button here and a USB micro USB port here. It's got a chipset here, antenna here. So for small projects, it's very good. It is called, the technical name for this is called the ESP8266. It works on 2.46 gigahertz of frequency, and it's a good device. And these are the legs of the Node MCU. So if you're using a breadboard, you can install that in this one and then use it. Okay, I will now tell you how to install a program in this one, and then from there on how we use a we'll use an operating system called Adreno, and based on Adreno we will install some programs here and then use it to do Wi-Fi jamming. It's going to be interesting projects, so keep watching. Okay, so first thing what I'm going to do is I have actually installed this program already on this one, so I'm going to show you how this project is going to work. So first thing first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a power bank. Okay, so this is a power bank. It has got a micro USB port to it, so I'm going to use that micro USB port and put it inside this like this. And once I switch this on, this should switch on. So this thing right now has a pre-installed program which I would be installing and showing you again, because that will help you understand how to use this. And you have to install a couple of drivers also before you start using it. And I'll be using my Mac operating system, so this is not for Windows, this is for Mac operating system. For Windows there is a different process. And what it does now is, once you have installed this, you can then go back and take your mobile device and and connect to the server. So this is the server ID, and you can go and connect to the server. Okay, and once you connect to the server, what it would do is that it would become sort of a Wi-Fi jammer. Okay, so what I have to do before I connect to a server is to see if it is showing in the network, and I will see, yeah, it is showing in the network. It is showing as pond. Okay, so I click there and I want to install this pond connection, because that's a connection that we're going to connect to. Once you get that here, then I go back here and I connect to the network. Now I should get it here in this network. Yeah, so I've got it. Now what I do is I can now use the attacks button here. This particular project, I will explain to you, is being done by a gentleman called Space Hunt, and he has created the code for it. So I will link that code in the description. So what you do is you can do two things. So first thing what you can do is you can do deauthentication. What deauthentication does is that it sends huge amount of packets to your network Wi-Fi, essentially disconnecting your network's Wi-Fi from your specific machine, and that it basically confuses the Wi-Fi into believing that there is a network outage happening. So that is one thing. Second thing what you can do is use it as a beacon. So what beacon does is that it creates a lot of SSIDs, confusing the user when he's disconnected. If he wants to reconnect, there will be a lot of beacons which will be there. I'll show both of them. So first let's go with the deauthentication. So to deauthenticate, I would suggest only use your own Wi-Fi. So I'll go to my scans and I can see that these are the networks it has identified. This is the network I have, so I'll click on this network. This is my network. I'll go to attacks. I'll see one here and I'll say deauthenticate. So once the deauthentication starts, now it will start sending the packets and essentially my network is out of bound. Now I'll demonstrate that in my computer. So let's just wait for that. So this is my computer, and what I'm going to do is so if you notice, this particular area is my network. I'm going here and I'm trying to connect to my network, which is this one, 2G, and as you can see, it is not connecting. So if I click here, it's not connecting. Now it's asking for password, but I'm sure if I provide the password also, it will not connect. It's not connecting. But at the same time, I can connect to my 5G network if I want to. So if I connect to my 5G network, because this frequency doesn't work on 5G. So now 5G network is working. Okay, but 2G network will not work because I have basically deauthenticated the 2G network using the deauthentication service. And you can see this pond here. You can remove this and you can change the name here so that it's not so evident that anybody sees this and he will identify that somebody is trying to deauthenticate. Okay, so this is number one attack. Number two attack is called beacon attack. So now you see here, you see some some SSIDs here, but I'm gonna basically send us so many SSIDs that somebody who joins in will get confused. So let's do that. Okay, so to do that, what we're going to do is I'm going to use the second attack. Okay, so we are going to stop this and we'll start this. So this will send out some 60 beacon, random beacon data, and it will basically confuse the network. So as you can see, when I go back here, it sends a lot of gibberish here. So you would get confused. So these are two projects you can run with it, and it's very interesting project. I liked it very much. It's a fun project. You can do this and you can go and sort of stop some 2G networks around your house, trying to fool people, have some fun. It's not a serious project, of course. I mean, you don't want to do it as a serious matter, but just for fun. Now one more thing I want to tell you is that this is connected to a power bank. Okay, so what you can do is you can use this power bank and this particular network card which is connected to it, and this power bank will provide the charge for it. So even if I leave this thing like this for the next 2 to 3 days, it will continue to operate. So if I leave this particular device like with both of them here, like so, then I can stop the network at any point in time in any place. So if I go to some, say, a mall, and I want to just confuse people, I can just put this in my sack and then confuse people, use some beacon, stuff like that, just for fun, right, for some time. Now I'm going to explain how this is going to be done. Okay, let's stop this and we'll start again.